Hey guys, it's Kimberly. Welcome back to the Twin Flame family. And I think even if you're not a twin flame and you're stumbling upon this channel, I've got some really great messages for all of you this week. And so stay tuned. I'm going to give an energy update for the collective twin flames. And in that, we're going to talk a bit about, shedding some old beliefs that are no longer serving us. So really not just shedding, but transforming our thought process so that we're no longer limiting ourselves. Okay, so these are getting rid of limiting beliefs. And it's in the cards this week. It's in the reading. So for Collective Twin Flames, this is for the energy update for December 18th all the way through to the 25th, which is Christmas. And I've been working with many of you in individual sessions, and it's really interesting to see the overlap of what's happening in the collective, what is sort of like going on with everyone. And there is a common thread usually each week, and I'm going to comment on that in this reading. And so yes, if you'd like to work with me one-on-one, please check out the website, thetwinflamefamily.com, and just click schedule a session. There's also a group offering. Right now I'm planning out a January 11th, 2017 workshop. It'll be a video conference workshop. And right now, if you book before December 31st, I'm offering half off the workshop. It's a 2-hour intensive and will be really fun. And that's about balancing the divine feminine within. So specifically geared towards divine feminine. All right, so on to this week. So you guys, there's talking about the power of joy. Okay, sorry it's backwards on the camera. This is about raising our vibration within and getting excited about what's to come. What I'm getting from the readings, from the coaching sessions that I've been in with my clients, and from your comments, is that there is like this very limiting belief that's like squashing everyone's hope and squashing your vibrational alignment with all that is good and right for you. Okay, so we've got to shift our energy from within, and it starts with our beliefs. Okay, so let's talk about that. What I've encountered over the past week or so are twin flames or soul coaching clients who are saying how. They're focusing on the how things are going to happen rather than the just allowing and trusting. Okay, in this card, it's no accident that this card came up. It's the trust card. It's Vishnu. And it's saying trust, not just your intuition, because you have a deep inner knowing, most of you, especially twin flames. You have a deep inner knowing that this connection is so strong, it's so valid, it's so relevant, it's so everything you think it is at the deepest level. But yet we still doubt ourselves, and those doubts cast a shadow, and that shadow almost weighs us down, and that thinking becomes negative, and it becomes focused on lack of what's happening in the here and now in the 3D. And they're saying to raise the vibration and just trust that inner knowing, okay? Because we got to stay in the happy place for all the happy things to greet us. And a lot of you have done a tremendous amount of purging, healing, and you're still doing it. And I have to remind you that that can also be joyful, and we've talked about that, especially in the surrender. It's when we are looking out, standing outside of ourselves, looking at ourselves, judging ourselves, or, expecting things to happen tomorrow, or, really just hung up. I like that word because it seems to be kind of like a catchphrase with twin flames. Like we get hung up on our twin flame, and it prevents us from totally moving forward on our mission and aligning with all the good things that are going to come into our life via law of attraction. So if we stay in the negative thinking, the law of attraction is going to pull in some negative things. It's going to pull in more lack. It's going to keep us away from our twin flame longer. It's going to take us away from ourselves and where we align with our own power center longer. And that's up to you. And they're saying you can do it, okay? It's not as hard as you think. And it starts with forgetting the how. And so some of you will go, well, how do I even do that? How do I forget the how? Is, because I think when we think about having like a final reunion with our twin flame, or think about any end result that we want, like whether it's, your mission, your goals, a dream, if it's the reunion with your twin flame, when the doubts start to come in, we start to go into this sort of thought process of, well, how the heck is that ever going to happen? We live 15,000 miles away. He's on the other side of the world. He hasn't talked to me for 2 years, or she hasn't talked to me for 2 years. This is never going to happen. I know this connection is strong, but I just feel like, I just don't see how it's going to happen. And I feel really down about it. And I'm getting this from a lot of you, okay, maybe not exactly in that context, but it feels like that. You can feel the energy behind that. It's very limiting. And you're looking around now and you're looking at the lack rather than trusting in that amazing connection that you know hasn't died, that you know is alive, trusting that you're being given this time if you're in a separation from your twin flame, trusting that if what you want to do is taking a little bit longer, that it's okay because it's still all happening. The universe is still orchestrating everything. It's just waiting for you to line up with what you want and for you to be spiritually awakened and emotionally ready for the next phase. And your twin flame will need to be too. So this time is that you're being given is for a reason. And you must see, I keep saying, like, lift yourself up high above the situation and think about it from like a bird's eye view and like what this all is being orchestrated for you. The timing is perfect. Say that. The timing is perfect. The timing is divine. Trust in that, you guys. And they're saying, work your magic, okay? Because this is Saint Germain, and this is very much like the Magician card in Tarot, and I feel that, and I've seen that come up a couple times in readings this week, and I feel like it's bringing your ideas into material form. It's manifesting. It's the power we have within to manifest. But remember, it's when we have the limiting thoughts and when we have the negative perspective, whether it's a negative perspective on our situation, on our love relationship, on our twin flame dynamic, or if it's a negative feeling towards ourselves, if it's about focused on the lack, we're going to keep ourselves from it more. You're creating more distance. So how do you get into the power of joy? It's like you trust that things are happening perfectly. When we say to ourselves, my life is in divine order. This time I'm being given is beautiful. I'm grateful for it. And you know what? I'm going to use it wisely. I've got work to do. And we got to get away from our ego thinking and just dig into our work. So some of you are still, I feel like I hate to say whining, but there is like this whiny, sing-songy, only listening to myself. I like to hear myself cry, whine. I love to tell this story, this old outdated story of, oh my God, this is so hard, or I don't know if I can do this work, or I've already done it, or it's like, how is this ever going to happen? And it's all negative, you guys. Look at what you're saying, even the self-talk. So we got to change that around. It has to be like, hey, you know what? I'm really proud of myself for starting to do this work, and I'm going to dig in further. You know what? I'm going to remove my ego out of it and realize that if I'm not in union with my twin, I still have work to do. And I've got a mission, and I've got things to do in 2017. And this is going to be an amazing year where I can really bring some of the things that I've been wanting to do, starting that business, creating that nonprofit, creating that initiative that I wanted to do, starting my own creative endeavor or business, like I said, or anything like that. Or maybe it's your own YouTube channel. Maybe it's a blog. Maybe it's something to help twin flames or involved in spirituality. Or maybe it's time to get into like your healing practice so that you can start to give your gifts to the world. But they're saying it's time. And they were saying that a month ago in November. And it's like January is going to be pivotal, so they're getting us ready for this. And I think a lot of you with the final purging are turning the corner, especially I'm hearing it in my sessions. It's like, so we have to get out of the whininess. We have to get out of our ego. We have to realize there's still work to do. We have to find peace. The peace is in the knowing that this is being divinely orchestrated. That the time you're being given, it's like, here, we're going to give you a vacation from this so you can focus on that. Okay, great. I'll take the vacation. It's being given to me. Rather than resisting it, rather than saying, I hate this separation. How much longer is it going to go on? I can't live without my twin flame. It's like, we must get in the flow of like, hey, I'm really happy like this, and I'm really loving doing this work. And until we can get in that really good positive vibration, we won't be able to fully practice that law of attraction and watch how things line up for us. So I want to just remind you all of that. This is like a really pivotal time. And between now and Christmas, things are going to go wrong. I'm telling you, Mercury is going into retrograde. There's going to be little hiccups. Communication's going to be strange. But you have to be in a place where the exterior elements, the 3D stuff, is not affecting you. So if you know this is coming down the pipeline, like some 3D hardship, struggles, communication, confusion, it's like, just go, okay, I'm going to go inward now, and I'm just going to maintain this joyful feeling because nothing can touch me. I'm in my power center. I'm happy. I'm making peace with this, and I'm going to trust that I don't need to know how, but that the universe is going to deliver to me exactly what is in line for my highest good. And I trust that that's my twin flame, which most of us do. So, but when it's time, you see? So I'll leave you with that. It's just a quick message for this week. And like I said, if anyone is interested in working individually, I still have a 2017 forecast 45-minute session up on the website through the end of the year. And there's hour-long coaching sessions, twin flame guidance sessions and readings. And I hope to connect with some of you over the next week. If I don't talk to you personally, I'm wishing everybody a very happy holiday. And I will definitely talk to you in the new year. Okay, bye.